Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling, featuring the return of the JDF Memorial Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming your favorite podcast episodes, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. If you're listening on the iTunes or the Spotify or whatever, leave us a review of the 5-star kind. Subscribe to us on YouTube at YK Wrestling. Links to all the platforms and the merchandise, including the brand new YKW Matters Wolf Pack Collection. It's available at YKWrestling.com. Don't turn your back on the Wolf Pack. Welcome to the Nuckapee Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the Thespian TC Fontaine, a.k.a. TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Joined by King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name. We here. We back. Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
We officially back because we had to take a break last week. Things got a little crazy. Like I said, we're not in the business of sadness.
No.
But with that being said, first, welcome again to Nuckapee Buckingham Palace. If you haven't been here before, have fun. If you've been here before, stay the whole time. We'd appreciate it. But last week we had to take a break and we just went to the archives for a bit. Didn't want to be sad. I ain't want y'all to hear me crying. And there was a lot of confusion, a lot of grief. RIP to two legendary wrestlers. One, I can guarantee will be in the Hall of Fame here in about 6 or so months. And then one has already been in the Hall of Fame. Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. RIP. It's weird saying RIP to Bray Wyatt. Still weird. It's not. I don't think it's ever going to seem. I'm still tripping off Brody.
Yeah.
So it's going to take a very long time for Bray. Terry Funk, I know he had a birthday a few months ago, and we talked about wanting to see him get to 80.
Right.
And unfortunately, he's been sick for a minute, so I think he had dementia.
Yeah, you can see he wasn't doing the best.
Yeah, Mick Foley would always, provide updates on his Facebook. And so RIP to Terry Funk, RIP to Bray. And let's if you haven't heard the recap episode, we went back and recapped a bunch of the past conversations about Bray Wyatt. So go check that out on the last episode. I already know my answer to this one, but what's your favorite moment from both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt?
Man,
I know Terry Funk was a little before our time, but we've seen a few things of him like in our childhood.
Terry for me had to be One Night Stand 06.
Oh yeah, he was going crazy.
Match. Yeah,
he was low key the best part of that match.
He was. For Bray, I mean, I'd have to make a list. Like they had the best 6-man tag I've ever seen to this day.
Absolutely.
The Fiend, that SummerSlam match, his first entrance. Like it's just a whole lot, man. The match with Cena, wrong guy went over, but it's typical shit. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch. I couldn't list down just one. It's like it's the upper echelon of the lists, man.
Right. For me, Terry Funk, my favorite Terry Funk moment, WrestleMania 14, the dumpster match versus the New Age Outlaws, Terry Funk and Mick Foley.
Man.
And that's me and my homies when we was like 10, 11 in our complex. We used to have a dumpster match. We used to do dumpster matches. Dead ass. I'm so serious.
Yeah.
It was easier to do because like we would do it when they had all them big ass snow banks like right up against the dumpsters.
Right. Yeah.
So we just climb up the snow banks. We wrestling on the snow banks, and then we just, fall into the garbage can. Very unsanitary. No idea what was in there, but it was fun though. That's probably why we act like this now. Our generation was just being crazy. So
we was wild.
imitating wrestlers. They say don't try this at home for a reason.
Man, listen. You might as well tell us not to breathe.
Right.
We did not give a damn about none of them things you put up on screen or try to tell us. We didn't give a damn about none of that. We was gonna do it, and we was gonna do it all the way. It did not matter.
And I don't recall seeing one of those until like Owen passed. Like no, when like Draws got hurt, and then like Owen passed.
Right.
Cause they had the footage of Draws in the package, like the little video package they would have. Like, don't do this at home.
Yeah.
We was doing that anyway. So shout out to Terry Funk for that. Might go watch that later. I haven't seen that in a minute. And then Bray, I watched this like I think the day like he passed. Firefly Funhouse match. That's
of course.
By far my favorite Bray Wyatt anything. Man. Just like watching it in real time, I was like, yo, this is incredible. And then like going back and I was like, yo, this is still incredible. Like Vince McMahon told y'all, we make movies.
Right.
That's exactly what they did. I forgot it was even COVID at that time. I was like, yo. Yeah. And that is the crazy thing. Like cinematic matches peaked with those two at WrestleMania. It never got better than that. It was cool. Like it was doing a little bit too much though. But yeah, the 6-man tag with the Shield, that's up there. The first entrance of the Fiend at SummerSlam, because I'm just like, yo, this is hard. And Finn Balor was shook.
Right. He wasn't prepared for that.
This nigga's scared.
Because he pulled up and like he always had the lantern, the light shining.
Yeah.
So like I'm watching it, and then it's like as you get closer, like you see that's Bray's head.
Right.
His eyes is all stitched up. I'm like, yo, he just showed his ass for this whole thing. Like,
yeah, he was going crazy.
Oh, man.
I was thinking we was gonna see my man's like start making movies and stuff too.
Right.
Like that's what I was really interested in seeing, because I'm thinking like, man, I don't know how much. I'm gonna be real, and I listen. Y'all can go listen to the archives. Like, I was getting a little bored with Bray Wyatt, before he took that time off, and unfortunately, we wouldn't see him again. But I was getting a little bored with it, so I'm thinking like, yo, I don't know. I think this wrestling stuff might have passed him by, but like that creative mind though.
Oh yeah,
it will take him far in other avenues. Like, and I think like also just like how creative my man's was. He was a little bit too creative for wrestling. You take that to Hollywood, you making crazy money.
Right.
So hopefully everybody's doing okay, man. His coworkers and his family.
Yeah, I that's been like the biggest thought I had coming out of all this, because like this honestly hit me like Eddie did.
Yeah, same.
And so it's like immediately the first thing I'm thinking is everybody that's like close to him like that, like y'all make sure y'all talk to somebody, and
right,
whatever help it is you need to get through all this period, like
especially because that wheel don't stop. Like
exactly,
still, business still got to handle. So they probably don't have a lot of time. They still got to travel, still got to, do their whole regular routine. So I just hope everybody taking care of themselves, man. Like we don't want anybody to be affected by Bray Wyatt the way particular certain somebody was affected by Eddie Guerrero. Right. We don't want that. So, everybody take care of yourselves. I think it's a lot easier now because, especially like I don't think this was an issue with Vince, like in the last 10 years or so. Definitely, I don't see it as an issue with Triple H, where like you need some time off, take some time off. Like,
oh yeah,
take care of yourself. Like, I think it's that big of a deal now compared to 15. How long Eddie been gone? 18 years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah. RIP to both these legends, and Bray's Hall of Fame induction is going to be something.
Ooh. Yeah,
it's well deserved. Like he would have went in there. I would have said he was a Hall of Famer like 2 years ago. Like if he never came back to WWE, he was a Hall of Famer.
For sure.
Regardless. So shout out to him. And both of these guys, Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt, we're gonna talk about them in this week in wrestling history because 1979, Pat Patterson is crowned the first Intercontinental Champion. They say that he won a tournament in Brazil. That never happened.
Cat.
But yeah, that never happened. Big cat. But Terry Funk in 1983 retired for the first time. And I think everybody lost count of how many other times this man retired in his career.
Have mercy.
He retired finally for the last time, like 6 years ago.
Right.
Something like that.
Been that long.
Right. 2002, Triple H is crowned the very first World Heavyweight Champion by Eric Bischoff because Brock Lesnar does not want to work Mondays and Tuesdays. He said, yo, you got to pick a struggle.
Facts.
Y'all figure this out. They cut the check over there on SmackDown, so I'm staying. Y'all can't hold it. I'm taking this belt with me too, fam. If y'all can hear my Alexa, my apologies. I'll take care of that in a moment. If not, it's all good. And in 2020, I had to break it out. Because in 2020, August 30th, 2020, this big blue belt that I got right here was won for the last time by our one tribal chief, Roman Reigns. This man beats the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Braun Strowman, pinned Braun Strowman, but took the belt off of Bray. And he's the Universal Champion for the second time. And he has not lost it. 3 years later. 3 years later, he has not lost.
Going crazy. And I got 2 weeks worth of happy birthdays to throw out to everybody. So I'm going to get through this real quick. Happy birthday to Kofi Kingston, former WWE champion, former Triple Crown winner in NXT, Johnny Gargano. Big Cass. Is Big Cass still in AEW? I don't know. I ain't seen him in a minute.
When the big dudes get there, they disappear
fast.
Real quick.
You blink and you miss them.
Facts. Cedric Alexander, AEW Women's Champion Saraya, Lillian Garcia, Byron Saxton, Intercontinental Champion Gunther, who if he beats Chad Gable this Monday on Raw, he'll be passing up Big Honky on Friday. So that should be fun. Nathan Jones. Remember Nathan Jones? You was just watching 03 not too long ago. You was watching like late 03. He was there.
That was so over so quick.
He was trash, boy.
You talk about blinking and you miss it. When Taker can't get you over,
right?
I don't know what to do for you.
Yeah.
Because that man go the extra mile.
He do. This man, he made him a nice little career in Hollywood though. So Trent Seven, shout out to him. Eve Torres, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Eric from the Viking Raiders from Team Musty.
Right.
Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to Hall of Famer from the Harlem Heat, Stevie Ray. Shout out to Stevie Ray. Shout out to Paul Ellering, who had a birthday this past week. Happy birthday to Jimmy and Jay Uso. Day one-ish. They had a birthday on the same day. And apparently Xavier Woods with the PhD did not know that twins could be born on different days.
That is crazy, bro.
But these twins were born on the same day. It is what it is. Happy birthday as well to Pac, Apollo Crews, the SmackDown #1 announcer Funaki had a birthday this past week.
Yeah, did anybody tell him that interviewing is not announcing?
Hey, he the #1 announcer now. #1 announcer in Japan. Am I wrong?
Hey, you got it.
Hey, he manifested it. That's all that is. Hey, it works. It works.
There you go.
Happy birthday to happy birthday to Vince McMahon. He had a birthday.
I'm about to say, yeah.
August. Vince McMahon is a Virgo. Shout out to the Virgos. Shout out to Rocky Johnson, who I found out was born on the same day as Vince McMahon this year. Did not know that. RIP to Rocky Johnson. Soul Man. Grand Metalik, Crash Holly, Kylie Ray, Petey Williams. I got some for Petey Williams later on.
I was about to say,
don't worry.
I know exactly what that is.
Happy birthday to the great Khali. Shout out to the great Khali. That man also had a good, career acting. Him and Nathan Jones, they made a good career acting just being tall. It's fun. And intimidating. Yeah. Sergeant Slaughter, happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to Jazz, former women's champion. This is for Las Vegas right here. Happy birthday to TJP and Sin Bodie, trainers out here in Las Vegas in the Las Vegas wrestling scene. And they in my Vegas Wrestling Hall of Fame, including a certain other somebody who we'll talk about later as well. Happy birthday this past week to Jeff Hardy, as well as Mickey James, Athena, Bam Bam Bigelow, and Sim Snuka.
Woo. Mickey's only 44. I feel like she's been around for so long.
She has. Like early 20s. I think she's been around since she was like 20. Like 20 flat. That's wild. Yeah. That's wild. Mm-hmm. And also happy birthday this past week, or past 2 weeks-ish. Got some legendary names like in entertainment in general that I would feel weird skipping over. Dave Chappelle, whose birthday is also the same day as Vince McMahon. Funny as hell. Michael Jackson. Yeah. Michael Jackson. The GOAT. The GOAT. Sure. I don't care if you feel somebody else is the GOAT. They ain't better than Mike.
It's facts. We're not having a discussion.
Kobe Bryant. RIP to Kobe Bryant. And Beyonce. Beyonce's birthday is on Labor Day. Beyonce had 2 concerts in Vegas this past week. I was trying to win tickets on the radio.
I was about to say, you
can't get through and win tickets to Beyonce. You just can't. You know what's crazy? The Drake tickets was harder to win.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like, I legit couldn't get through on Drake at all. Like, I got through on Beyonce like once. I was like, call her 9. I needed to be 15. I was sick. I was trying to go there, go there, dressing in a cowboy hat, all that. I was gonna go, real flashy.
Yeah, no, Beyonce and Taylor Swift got like concerts on a chokehold right now.
Damn.
Because I done heard people say some crazy shit. Yeah.
Like those 4 right now, just I see everything about their concerts all the time. Like, all over.
Like, I done heard people just saying having the wildest rave reviews about Beyonce, and people saying like the Taylor concert, some of the best shit they ever seen live. Like,
people camp out for Beyonce, not for Beyonce tickets. They camping out to get into the arena. They got paid seating, bro. Assigned seats. Why are you camping out for assigned seats? That's wild. Crazy. That's wild.
I never get that.
Yeah, man. And also, RIP to Chadwick Boseman, man. 3 years since he was gone.
Oh, man. The rough ones.
Chadwick Boseman, pal. I couldn't even enjoy what happened on SmackDown when Roman and Paul got together.
Man, I was pissed.
As soon as SmackDown was over, they said, yo, Chadwick Boseman passed away.
Right. What? I thought they was playing with me.
Facts. It came from his actual page, though. I was like, did he get hacked? Like, not the Black Panther. Not the Black Panther.
That sequel, the first 15 minutes was like,
dog. Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
That shit was ill. I might go watch that later just to see that first scene. I didn't really care for the rest of the movie like that, but that first scene, though, that's how you do it. Shout out to Ryan Coogler and them.
Facts.
Going crazy. We're going to pull up right now for the Royal Address of Rumors. And I just want to introduce our first topic here. I mean, if you've been under a rock in the last 40-something hours, by the time a lot of people will be listening to this, it'll be 40-something hours. Look into my eyes. What do you figure? A big old glass Of what? A big old glass of I told y'all niggas. My soundboard was.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all
my
niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Hold on, run that back. Run that back. Look into my eyes. What do you figure? A big old glass of I told y'all niggas.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
We didn't get to talk about AEW All In. They went to London and they had their biggest crowd ever. You know, I call cap on the 80,000 because I seen a bunch of empty seats.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
They just is unverifiable. So
well, you know, once they do one of these shows in one of these big arenas, hyperbole going to go through the roof.
Right.
So I'm like, listen, I'm gonna let y'all live, but we know this numbers is probably inflated like a something bitch.
Right. So that's neither here nor there. But All In, I checked a little bit of it out. I mean, MJF and Adam Cole was cool. It got a little Vince Russo-y towards the end.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Which I felt was very unnecessary if y'all still gonna do all that stuff anyway. Could have cut a big chunk of that out, but it is what it is. I ain't really watch much else outside of that. However, in the middle of the show, like right there, CM Punk apparently confronted Jack Perry and Gorilla. Jack Perry fought. I don't remember who this man fought. Who was it?
Hook.
Was it Hook? Okay, yeah, it was.
Yep.
I watched that. I watched the buy-in, and then I tried to watch the beginning of the pay-per-view. And I don't buy AEW shows, so I had to get the stream. The stream was messing up.
Yes, sir.
So I gave up pretty much like after a while. But I did watch the buy-in match, and I seen Jack Perry was like saying something about like glass. I ain't think nothing of it. I ain't know what it was about.
Right.
45 minutes to an hour later, I started seeing all this shit come out on Twitter saying that there was a fight between CM Punk and Jack Perry about that spot. And I mean, I don't want to go into details about the spot because I don't care that much, but apparently CM Punk confronted him, was like, "You got a problem with me?" And Jack was like, "You heard what I said, nigga." He didn't say nigga. I hope he didn't say nigga. Said something of the sort. There was a scuffle. CM Punk choked out Jack Perry. They said this man apparently lunged at Tony Khan, and Miro was there, and Samoa Joe obviously was there because Samoa Joe's going to be in Gorilla 2. We got a match coming up with CM Punk. And they said they broke it up, and CM Punk quit. He said, he told Tony Khan he quit, called Tony Khan a shitty boss. This is just a bunch of stuff I've seen over the course of the week. I don't know. It ain't verifiable. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's not verifiable till the apparent security footage in Wembley comes out by TMZ. So
I'm waiting for that.
I'm waiting on that. I was hoping it was before All Out. So
right.
I'm gonna have to. We recording before All Out, so I'm gonna have to check my phone periodically through this episode to see if it dropped.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna just have to make sure it didn't drop, because my prediction was like, TMZ, they petty, they like the conveniently timed stuff that they release constantly. Like they'll sit on footage for months until it's the right time to let it out.
That's a damn fact.
Fortunately, the right time is right before All Out. So hopefully they got it. But please don't. Because I'll have to totally revert and wing the rest of this episode if I find out. Let me find out. But 6 days later, they come out and say that CM Punk was let go from AEW in his contract. Tony Khan stated in the press release that I ain't gonna go crazy on their business. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm about to go off track, so let me just stay on track. Anyway, my man's put in the press release talking about people were in danger, and that's fair, but this man went on air last night before Collision. Addressed the live crowd before Collision. He also had a taped segment that aired for TV, and basically said he had to let CM Punk go been going to wrestling shows for 30 years, and this is the first time he's ever been scared for his life. Being scared of CM Punk is crazy, but it's neither here nor there. You said he was scared for his life, and he was scared for, the people who come to work. They come to work to work. They don't come to work to be put into danger. That's fair. That's fair. It's the same guy who went to ECW shows in the 90s, though. This ain't the first time you were scared for your life.
I got something for that, too.
Yeah. But this man got booed by the live crowd because they're in Chicago at the United Center, where CM Punk debuted 2 years ago, actually.
It's his show.
Yeah, it's literally the show that was for him. And people bought tickets for him and probably didn't find out that he wasn't going to be there until they was on their way to the arena for the show.
Right.
That was that close. Like, at this point, he should introduce the Mr. McCon character.
Oh, no. Listen,
I'm not going to take this fucking shit, Cap. Oh, Cap.
Nah. The fact is, like, Vince, whatever people may think of him as a person, his character is cold-blooded. Yeah. Like, ice in his veins, he don't give two shits. He will do anything and everything. And probably the person in general, too. But Mr. McMahon is cold-blooded, ruthless, heartless, and metaphorically speaking, really got that dog in him. And Tony Khan don't have it. Tony Khan don't got puppies in him. He's Charmin made. So yeah, the heel authority figure, it wouldn't fit. The crowd alone would eat him alive, let alone the performers.
You think he cried when he got back to Gorilla?
Probably. Cause you know something? He probably knows it's over. He knows it's about to be all over soon. Because, listen, your company is not going to tank because of CM Punk. Your company is going to tank because of what CM Punk has loudly exposed, but we've already known for the longest time. You can't control this company. You can't run this company. You don't have a grip at all. And you have the wrong type of personalities in there, and you don't have nobody checking shit that needs to get checked. So this was just strike 1 and 2, but I'm gonna be generous. I'm gonna say it's strike 1 because who knows what else is coming. But this was just part of it. Like, it's only gonna get worse from here. Like, we said this. I think we said this the same week that he came back. Like, everyone was hyped, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's great. Him being in wrestling is good for wrestling. But when Phil starts being Phil, you're going to see shit start to change. And let me be fair. The last couple months of this whole situation, I haven't been putting on Phil. The only thing I ever held against Phil, and I said this a couple weeks ago, the only thing I held against him was the way he handled that situation at All Out. You was frustrated. You was pissed. I get it. Don't say it in front of a room full of media, and then later on you're going to tell people, oh, the media this, the media that. You gave them the ammo. You did it to yourself. You handled the situation the wrong way. And you're supposed to be a vet. There's a right way to handle that. He didn't handle it right. Outside of that, Kenny and that whole crew, all a bunch of children, they handle shit like little babies. And then you got Anthony, who's a complete enabler, and all he doing is siding with them. So basically, you just sending them the message that you going down with the ship. The whole thing with Jungle Boy now, right? That was something that started a couple weeks ago, because there was a spot that he did, I think, on Collision, and there was a backstage discussion where he wanted to use real glass. Puck was like, "No, you're not using real glass. That's fucking stupid. Like, use your head." You know what I'm saying? Trying to talk some sense into this little dumb motherfucker. So they got into it over that. They got into a heated discussion. And, Jungle Boy, or Jack, wanted to puff his fucking chest out about it. And that was where I sat up there and I said, like, Punk got to be a father to these motherfuckers, because they just
I've seen something like a bunch of agents, and even like Tony said something to him about it before. He ignored them. So they,
right.
Punk Why we got to delegate CM Punk to
that's my
handle
thing.
The authoritative figure.
That's my thing. It's like, again, you don't have a grip around here. You don't have, like, you're not having these hard conversations. You scared to, like, check these people. So Punk said at one point, like, yeah, listen, I'm gonna check them for you since you don't want to do it.
Right.
And that was just one situation. But then the thing with Jack was, now you want to get on live TV and now you want to start talking shit. So yeah, of course he gonna come see you backstage, like, yo, what's up with you? And all this broke out in stuff like that. But see, here's the thing.
My man was already heated. They fucked his travel up.
That's exactly what I'll get into. He flew into London and did not get a text from the car service. They said they gave him a number to text when he got there. Just bounced back. It was a bad number. So he had no car service. Listen, take it from somebody who's flown into London Heathrow before. And because I got there early, we had to wait. I think I got in at like 6 in the morning. Check-in was until like 11. And I was flying in with my mom's. Her flight got delayed and stuff like that. I had to kill a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand, you flying in and not being able to go, especially if you've never been to London, stuff like that. You don't know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? You got to try to navigate this. It helps when you got, something to guide you along through there. He ain't had that. He bought a ticket and he had fans helping him because he didn't know where he was going. So, yeah, I'm going to be pissed too if I get to the arena after all that went on and this little motherfucker still want to act up.
Man's had to ride the train.
Oh,
he was on the train.
Yeah, I've seen that. And listen, them trains are small. I'll tell you right now. Like the ones coming out the airport got some decent space, but once you get onto them trains down underground, them shits is like clamped. So listen, I would be heated too. So I don't put none of this on him at this point. Like they scapegoating this man at this point to cover up the fact that all of this is Tony not taking control of his company, plain and simple. And it's been the case from day one. It's really kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
it's really messed up.
Y'all thought Edge was gonna go there?
Oh my God! Listen, I don't want to hear nobody talking about Edge going to AEW. No, like,
oh man,
bro, this man spent his entire life working his way to get here. He spent his whole career in WWE, got everything he wanted to get, and then some. He's a Hall of Famer. Honestly, should be a 2-time Hall of Famer after this.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, Christian is over there, and he would probably want to do one last thing with Christian. Listen, it's not that deep. It's really not.
Right.
Like, Christian is doing fine by himself. But for Edge to say, you know what, his contract is up, and he don't know what he want to do yet, to just say, all right, well, let me just take a 1 year and go over to AEW. Come on now. For what? For what real reason? Because, like, realistically,
outside of money,
exactly,
got a lot of.
Yeah, he's fine. He do movies. He about to be in the Percy Jackson movie.
Yeah.
Like, he's fine. But realistically, who's he gonna really fuck with over there outside of like probably Jericho and like one or two other people aside from Christian?
Christian, Bryan, the people he's fought already before.
Right.
I want to see them fight. I'll go watch when they was fighting 10, 15 years ago and they was younger and could move better.
Yeah.
See that
it wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth it. But see, the other thing, this man talking about he was afraid for his life. Now,
you was scared of CM Punk, bro. You admitted to the whole world you was afraid of a dude who got tickled in the octagon. It happened.
I will say I read this morning from Wade Keller on Pro Wrestling Talk.
Oh, that's Tony.
That usually. But this morning apparently Tony was telling people that something happened behind the scenes, behind closed doors, and that's where this quote came from, that he was afraid for his life. So basically he trying to say that when nobody was watching, Punk just turned into a serial killer and wanted to just put this man in the upstairs room quick. but I'm still calling cap. And it's funny too because I see some tweets after that quote, like not even an hour after he came out to talk to people on stage. Two people I love listening to because they old and they just ridiculous. Cornette and Vince Russo both had some interesting tweets. I'm not gonna read all of Vince's because his shit.
I've seen what Cornette said.
Yeah. Talking about he's out of 50 years that he's been in this business that's filled with exaggeration and hyperbole. He said, I've never heard a single line of dialogue containing more stunning, awe-inspiring, metric fuck ton of unadulterated bullshit in my life as I heard.
Hey, that tweet was so funny to me because I read it in Cornette voice.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Russo was bugging because he just started going into a whole nother story talking about how Luna Vachon once physically went right through me to get to Sonny. He said, I thought Luna was going to kill me too. Like, come on now.
Hey, no, listen, I'd be more scared of Luna back then than Funk, though.
Right. But I don't even buy that story because, like, listen, how are you conveniently always in the room when some shit goes down? Like, Luna probably did do that shit, but I don't know if Vince was really there.
It depends on where it happened at. If it was in Gorilla, he probably beat it.
Yeah, that's probably true. But yeah, who knows?
But no, that was never knows.
Exactly. Like he spin with him is crazy. Then late last night, I seen Sports Illustrated. Apparently, they said that they've heard that they should expect a response from CM Punk about his termination at some point in time, which should be a little bit explosive. Because they didn't tell him directly that they was letting him go. He found out through his lawyer about the termination.
Did they send him a FedEx on his wedding day?
Nah. He got a heads up from his lawyer. Hey, they dropped this on my desk. They letting you go. That's how that went down.
Hey, at least he got told. Some people don't even get told. Like Chavo just got ghosted.
Yeah, man. It was bad. It was real bad.
Shout out to that discipline committee.
Man, look. What? Hold on. I read because I skimmed it until I got to the bottom. Then I said, okay, now I gotta read this shit over. A discipline committee?
Where they at though?
4 years. 4 years this company's been running and operating. And we've seen all manner of shit go down with no real authority going, taking accountability from anybody.
Didn't Andrade show up the TV to whoop Sammy ass and then went home?
Oh yeah. That was just, what was that, just last year?
Oh, last year.
Not even. Yeah, like.
Hold on, I'll find out when it was.
Like, I thought it was like early this year, but no, man, don't sit up here and try to tell me y'all have a discipline committee. Y'all been letting people just do whatever the hell they want to do since day one. Because,
Not even a year ago.
I was about to say, I thought it was this year.
Of last year.
Okay, yeah. That sounded about right. Just under a year. But yeah, and Sammy had a bunch of other situations going on too. You know what I'm saying? Like that was going on. Like all this shit with the Bucks and other people. Like, bro, you don't have any type of control, and you wanna fire people without addressing the real problems that's going on.
The women's locker room, like they talk about that all the time.
Right. Like everybody was giving Lufisto shit.
Mercedes, that shit. Come on, bro.
Oh my god, man! Like I was saying, like everybody wanted to get on Lufisto because she had this and that and the third to say.
Right.
I mean, can you really sit up here and say that she was just capping or she was just trying to make drama? Because I mean, I find it convenient that all these people, like the signal went up that they all had to make tweets and shit like that in defense of the locker room, of the people in charge, all this other stuff. Must be the
discipline committee you was talking about.
It gotta be, because I'm telling you right, I want to know who's on this committee. If anybody has that info, like drop it on Twitter ASAP because I want to know who's on the discipline committee. I need to know.
But you know what's funny? I thought about like this AEW, not the only sport business that the Khans own and operate. Right? They got a soccer team over in the Premier League, and you know they got the Jacksonville Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine on the Jaguars, somebody from the practice squad getting up in Trevor Lawrence's face and talking shit, and then Trevor Lawrence got to get physical with whoever that is and yoke him up real quick. And yeah, you have to suspend Trevor Lawrence a couple games for disciplinary. Y'all ain't gonna fire him and then keep the practice squad player for talking shit.
Yeah,
that's basically what happened here.
I'm so glad you said that. I gotta find this shit because
this has been a long ass segment.
Jack, I know. I'm gonna wrap this up, but Jacksonville, because Tony has a job with the team. He's I think he's senior vice president of football administration.
Oh, yeah, you got a promotion.
So Unique Ngakoue, who used to play for the team, you know, back when they had that run.
He had some him on Twitter. I remember.
He did. Like something about getting his deal done and stuff like that, and you know,
Tony went ghost on him.
It was exactly. They went quiet, didn't work out, and so you know he went out and he aired them out on Twitter about it, and you know Tony had to get all business like, oh, you know, it's a new regime. You know, I thank you for all the contributions, but you know, tweeting insults at me isn't going to get you traded any faster. It's just about good compensation. So he's like, you should direct your efforts into a more productive outlet. So they just went back and forth nonstop because he told him like, you hiding, you're like you're not communicating and everything like that. And this was during the pandemic too,
right? So
it was like
it was before AEW.
They
like
told you,
AEW.
Yeah, like the first year in. So y'all got all the heads up that you needed about Tony and how he does things. This wasn't like nothing new. Like real people who are in ownership positions, they don't have those conversations on Twitter. They don't. This man was playing a part
on Twitter like Elon. He wrestling Elon
constantly.
He got the same stands as Elon. It's his daddy money that he touting around and buying up, overpaying for dead purchases. Elon overpaid for Twitter. Tony overpaid for Ring of Honor. They the same motherfucker. At the end of the day, they're the same person.
It's like that. It's like that all the time.
At least Elon's successful in one of his businesses.
Like it blows my mind. Like the people that just blindly dick ride AEW and don't realize that, like, as great a roster of talent as you have, as great creative minds as you have back there, that don't mean nothing if the dude that's running the whole show can't get his shit together.
And it's been going the worst example 5 years of this.
Yeah.
Shameless.
Don't you get tired of this shit?
Actually,
I get tired of seeing it all the time.
Actually,
I just make it so I make fun of you.
I'm gonna retract what I said earlier. This is actually strike 2. Strike 1 was when Cody left, and that should have told y'all something right there.
Right.
This is actually strike 2. So y'all got to strike out coming real soon.
And Cody told y'all why he left.
Yeah.
Y'all might not have known, but he told y'all why.
I'm about to say I never brought this up
before the ladder match.
Well, but not even like I never brought it up because I watched the doc and it got to the point where he said, like, I don't want this edited out, but I can't say the reason why I left. But here's the deal. Wasn't about money, wasn't about booking, wasn't about creative. So that narrows it down. The fact that he had to say he can't say why I left, probably because there's legal involved, the lawyers,
which I'm hoping Punk don't got no NDA.
Oh my God, please don't.
He the type to negotiate not having one in the contract. So
we
might be in for something.
But that's got to be something legal. So I'm thinking like it's a conversation that the two of them had, and Tony probably said some real dumb shit or some foul shit, and we just had to just cut at that point.
That was the camera flash right there.
Yeah, had to be.
That was a camera flash.
Yeah. That's a damn shame.
See what happens when we praise AEW on here?
I'm telling you, man.
All that goodwill get retracted. We praised AEW a few weeks back. We was talking, oh man, Collision is wonderful.
It is.
I ain't no reason to watch Collision.
Look, I watched All In, and it was a good show. Like I had like very slight things that I would have. A
little bit I seen was cool. Like I turn it off when the Young Bucks come on, so wasn't watching that. Wasn't watching Jericho.
That was actually a good match. I was only watching for Ospreay.
I won't ever know, but
yeah, I was watching for Will. I didn't really give a fuck. But Jericho, honestly, as much as we might give him shit, for him to be going like that at 50, I gotta give it to him as an athlete, as a competitor. Like I'll say like him keeping up with Ospreay and putting on a match like that. I can't not give him his props for it. It was a damn good match. But I was only watching for Ospreay though, because that boy nice.
Ospreay and Y2 January 6th. Out here with it.
Oh,
shout out to Daniel Bryan Danielson. My bad.
Facts.
Use a slave name on accident.
My guy Bite.
He back. Got that arm healed up real quick. Him and Ricky Starks. It should be a good one.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to that. Let me get these out the way right quick so we can talk about Payback. We spent a lot of time talking about CM Punk. Shout out to y'all who want us to talk about AEW more. There you go. Yeah, spent a good 30 minutes on that damn near.
Listen,
felt like 30 minutes. Shit.
We never hated the show.
Nah,
I've always directed it at one person.
Until you do right by Big Swole,
man. The warning signs a bit. Yeah, we gonna move on. This is the last thing I gotta say. I promise you. I promise. The last thing I gotta say. But one thing that y'all are so terrible at is reading red flags.
Yeah,
and they have been giving you
all-time low.
I'm telling you, they've been giving you red flags for almost 5 years, and y'all just refuse to read them. Not me. When I see red, I'm backing the fuck up.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's gonna take for some of y'all, but yeah. Wrong kind.
Yeah, the wrong types. The wrong types.
Sheesh, man.
With that being said, I got a little bit more in regards to that, but I ain't gonna spend too much time on that in this next segment. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know what time it is.
I'm packing the edge, guess what?
Peasants. And I'm gonna get through this real quick because we got a few peasant of the weeks. Very first peasant of the week. This man, what does he have to do with wrestling? Well, he has a podcast. He's had a bunch of WWE superstars on there in the past, such as The Undertaker and Bianca Belair. This man made an appearance at WrestleMania this past year. He's also guest hosted Monday Night Raw in the past. Kevin Hart, bring that ass here, boy.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Kevin Hart. Shout out to Kevin Hart. Loves Kevin Hart, man. That's my guy. Mm-hmm. My guy, at least for the next few weeks or so, is in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
Now, why am I giving Kevin Hart Peasant of the Week for being confined to a wheelchair? If you don't know, this man was at a barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
He was at a barbecue with a bunch of other celebrities.
Yep.
I'm assuming because Stephen Ridley was there. Stephen Ridley, former NFL running back, played for my Patriots, won a Super Bowl with us versus the Seahawks. Great game. Check it out if you haven't seen it before. This man thought he could win a race versus a Super Bowl champion running back. He wanted the title of fastest nigga at a barbecue. That's his quote. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
which is a real thing, but
yeah, it is a real thing. It is a real thing. But tore up his obliques tore up his not his obliques. He tore up his abductors, his hip abductors.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I was like, "Ooh, man, I know The Rock about to be in his comments."
I'm about to say
The Rock tore his shit last time we seen him in a ring for real.
Right.
So he know a lot about that.
He said, "I wrestled John Cena. You was in the sprint. What happened?"
Right. I did it at WrestleMania. You tore up some more stuff. And so apparently what we do now on this show is give out Peasant of the Week for people getting injured. So I had to give him this one.
Hey, man.
So Kevin Hart, we love you,
so
though.
we all right.
Yeah, we love you, though, Kevin Hart.
Yeah, man.
Next one. Give me this next one up to the stage.
I'm packing the air, this gas what?
These peasants, you peasants.
My second Peasant of the Week, and I've been waiting for 2 weeks to hand this one out. And I love this man, bro. No pause. This guy is a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. Not yet, but he will be at some point. He might even go in there twice. This man definitely going into the video game Hall of Fame.
Okay.
This man is a former tag team champion in WWE, in TNA Impact, former King of the Ring. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about now. Xavier Woods, bring that ass here, boy.
Bring that ass here, boy.
You too, bruh. This man pulled up with the extensions.
Yeah.
This man pulled up with the braid extensions. This man pulled up with some box braids on Monday Night Raw. You know, I was gonna let it slide that he pulled up with the box braids. You know, then he pulled up the very next week and he still had him in.
I mean, this is some shameful shit.
I couldn't believe it. This man pulled up with the set it off braids.
Yeah.
Them damn Jada Pinkett's.
What's going on here, man?
This man pulled up with the Libby from Jimmy Neutron braids. Maxine Shaw, attorney at law looking ass braids. Here I go like mystical looking ass braids. God damn, bro. I couldn't believe it. I thought he had faux locks at first. I was really about to get mad.
Yeah, the second I seen that, I'm just like,
Ed from Good Burger looking ass braids.
Yes, sir. For sure.
I ran out of people.
I'm sorry, bro. That shit is distracting me. You can't be doing this.
It was. I'm glad. Listen, this man got a cervical injury for all his troubles. So
I'm sitting up here because I remember the night. I'm like, we sitting up here. We supposed to be getting hyped that Kofi is back, and I'm distracted by your braided lace front on top of your head. Like, I can't do this shit. Come on, fam.
Yeah, that's wild. Don't do that again. Please. Don't do that again. Xavier Woods.
Pray to God you don't drop that shit.
Don't do it, Playboy. And last but not least, I got one more.
I'm packing the air, this gas what?
Peasants, you peasants.
That's crazy. It should just skip. They must not want me to hand this one out. Because you know who it's going to. You know who it's going to. We all know who it's going to. Hashtag you niggas.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Y'all bring it here. Bring it here. Now I'm done going in depth with the explanations. I'm gonna just tell y'all what y'all did and move on. First offense. Y'all reactions to this CM Punk Wembley stuff.
Oh man, like
y'all know how to go overboard.
I don't have words anymore. I really don't.
Nah. Second offense. This all in this past week. Mm-hmm. Second offense. On Wednesday, I logged on Twitter. I don't watch Dynamite. I said I wasn't offering in-depth explanations. I offer a little bit of an explanation. I was watching Dynamite on Wednesday. I just lied. No, I wasn't. I was on Twitter after Dynamite, and I seen a clip from the main event. I'm assuming it was a main event. Orange Cassidy and Pentagon for the AEW International Championship.
Yeah.
I seen Orange Cassidy hit a Canadian Destroyer on Pentagon.
Facts.
You know, a Canadian Destroyer, you see it all the time, unfortunately. I know Petey Williams out here feeling like Oppenheimer. Like, what have I done? Yeah, he hit a Canadian Destroyer, but damn, Pentagon got right back up and hit a Canadian Destroyer on Orange Cassidy. And now I'm just like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Not even 1 second later, Orange Cassidy hits this man with another Canadian Destroyer. Shit was stupid, bro. This match, this move finished matches for years, for like 15 years. This was one of the most dangerous, protected finisher moves ever.
It was all you needed to hit.
It was. And I never seen anybody do it before. If I'm wrong, I might be wrong. I don't think Petey Williams got it from anybody. So as far as I know, it's an original move.
Yeah.
And damn with this damn move. Y'all ruined it. I see it all the time. Right. I got into it with some wrestlers on Twitter in regards to this the other day. I didn't get into it. I just said what I had to say, and he said what he had to say, and I didn't respond. But yeah, I can't really justify 3 straight Canadian Destroyers. I just can't. I'm old school too, so like, you know, I don't like y'all taking the super kick from Shawn Michaels and making that stupid.
I hate the way that's been diluted over a long time now.
The super kick, like
at least the last decade.
Even the DDT. The DDT used to be a finisher.
Right.
Now for the DDT to be considered a finisher, you got to modify it. You got to do the dirty deed / paradigm shift or something. Like,
yeah, when Jake did it, he was finished.
Facts.
It was over.
Even the power bomb. You know, the power bomb used to be a finisher.
Hell yeah.
Like, Gunther, you know, got a regular old power bomb being a finisher now, but like, even then, you had to modify the power bomb to make it seem different. Yeah. Everybody doing power bombs and it's not finishing moves. Now you got Kevin Nash got to modify his power bomb.
I'm about to say Kev had to dump you for it to be a finish.
Like the Batista bomb, that's a different. Like the Razor's Edge, that's a different type of power bomb. The Last Ride, like you got to modify these moves now. Like shout out to Gunther bringing back the real power bomb.
And the Last Ride used to shake you up something crazy. Like,
oh yeah.
Kurt, one of them episodes on his podcast, he was going a little too much into detail, but
he do that all the time.
It apparently it shake your bowels up when you take that move. So yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. And then third offense, you niggas, man. It's 3 offenses. I don't feel like pulling the tweet up, man, but you know we talked about it earlier in the episode. Bray Wyatt passed away, and I forgot to mention we were talking about Bray. This is one of my things I liked about the tribute episode on SmackDown.
Yeah.
It was like, you remember the Eddie one, they just, even Owen, they sat him down, did these testimonials throughout the episode. It was sad. Right. Y'all didn't have to do that. It's social media nowadays. We can just show what y'all tweeted and move on. It's a lot less sad. And we were able to kind of have a normal show for the most part, for the Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk tribute. But, bruh, why do people, and it's not even just limited to wrestling fans, it's just people, whenever somebody famous passes away, why do normal people feel entitled to the grief of the people who knew the person who passed away? Like,
I don't know, bro.
Like I listen to Nip like almost every day. Nipsey Hussle, like literally almost every day. When Nip passed away, everybody's like, y'all knew the people, who knew Nipsey, like Snoop and even like his girl Lauren London. Y'all want to know what Lauren London was feeling so bad in the weeks and months after her spouse passed away.
Right.
Why? Why do we feel entitled to grief? So the fact that you got one of Bray's co-workers, the face of the company, the tribal chief Roman Reigns, and he goes on Instagram, new kick alert. drop some new
Right.
kicks on y'all. And y'all say, well, why didn't he say anything about Bray? You're supposed to be the face of the company. Like, why do Roman Reigns owe y'all a eulogy of his coworker?
Like, what?
What
Bruh.
sense do that make? I don't care. Listen, seeing all the eulogies and the tributes to Bray from everybody on Twitter, it was cool. Everybody on Instagram, it was cool. Okay. At a certain point, that shit gets draining. And so you got to stay off Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay off of social media. Like somebody you know passed away, you will usually stay off social media because you don't want to see it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I seen that alert about 2-4 in the helicopter. I logged off of all the internet. I shut my phone down because I didn't want to see it. Nothing. So like, why do y'all feel entitled to the grief of other people? That's weird to me, bro.
Yeah, that pisses me off because I saw that. I saw what you retweeted too. But there's two reasons. Number one, for somebody who takes the gimmick as serious as he does, right? He's not going to put himself in a position to break character.
Look vulnerable.
Yeah, because
he grew up in the business.
The real person, exactly. The real person might really like be affected by it.
I'm sure he is.
That doesn't mean the on-screen persona has to bleed into it and automatically, meet your approval for what you expect him to do. But the second reason, and this is the most important, you don't have to go to the show. They canceled all the plans. You didn't have to show up at all. The people who wanted to be there, who wanted to pay tribute to their friend, who wanted to speak on his behalf, they showed up.
Right.
If you didn't want to work that show, you didn't have to get that show because it's an extenuating circumstance. We lost someone in our family. Take the time. We just said it when we was talking about Bray. Take the time to be to yourself. Take the time to yourself. Seth Rollins didn't do any of those shows. Seth just worked the show, the 2 days after, but he didn't come to SmackDown because it was open for everybody. Eric wasn't even signed to the company. He was there because that was his friend. But y'all had this thing where it's like you said, like you feel that we're entitled to something. We're not. Like Seth was hurt, man. That got me when I seen his video because it's like
I didn't even watch it. I seen Seth had a 5-minute video. I did not watch it.
It got me.
Looked a wreck.
Yeah, because it's like his whole thing was I wanted to go. I wanted to be there. But then I thought back to the fact that when Brody happened and I was messed up about that, Bray was just like, yo, go hug your little girl, man. Go be with your family. So it's like, that's what I feel like I need to do.
Like 3 days before Brody passed too.
Yeah. So it's like as soon as that happened, he's saying like, I feel like that's where I need to be right now. I feel like I need to go do that because I'm not okay, basically.
Right.
So yeah, like you can't put a gauge on how people react to this grief. You can't.
Y'all tripping.
Oh my God.
That's all I'm gonna say. So
I can't.
Enjoy this. Which one is this at this point? 5? This is the 5th time.
Yeah, about to say we ran the quota.
Yeah. we hit the original quota. It took till September because I was holding back. We had ever since the pandemic, it's been supply chain issues. So it's been a lot of delays in getting materials. So, you listen. If you got something broken in your house and you can't get the part for it, they waiting for the part to come from China. I had to wait for I had to wait for the shipping to come through.
Yeah, man.
So I was holding off. I could have been gave y'all more than 5 months ago.
I'm about to say, like, there's plenty.
Just know I'm ordering the grip next year.
Oh man.
Inventory gonna be good next year.
We still got 3 months to go.
Right. I still got a whole bunch that I ordered for this year. And I'm putting the order for next year.
We just putting out the most egregious offenses. Y'all have just been Beside yourselves.
Absolutely. Every day is strange. But I know we a little bit over time here. Shout out to CM Punk. So I'm gonna just keep this one real simple. What we watched this past week, my man's over here watched a little bit of 04. Take about a minute to tell us what you saw in 04. That was
a lot of
bit unacceptable.
For
this year, for this era.
Man, listen. I done gone from like right before Great American Bash, so I just went on a run and just like it was nonstop. Went through there, Vengeance, then SummerSlam 04, Randy and Redacted.
Mm-hmm.
But something I just caught up just today, matter of fact. You remember the Diva Search?
Yes.
The first one they ever had. A lot of that I was skipping.
Crystal Marshall was in that.
Was she?
Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah, the very first one.
Huh. I might have to check that back. Well, like a lot of that shit I was skipping because I wasn't really like messing with it like that. Like they had one, there was one where The Rock showed up to do the pie thing. By the way, I'm glad they did. The week before, the one I just watched, it was the week before that. Let me tell you something. Before The Rock was really doing it in Hollywood, I need to know who his stylist was, and we need to have a conversation because
the man was dressing terrible.
This man came out with the baggy jeans and Timbs and a tank top that was, his neck was so stretched it was like out here. It was white and baggy.
Yeah. I know what fit you talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, listen.
Nasty.
Like I know you wasn't the guy in Hollywood yet, but come on, fam. Like you had a career in the ring.
Let's be fair though. His swag ain't that much better now.
I mean, it's better than that shit.
Hold on. You seen what this man wore to the Billboard Awards? Was it the Grammys? One of them award shows that it was some award show. I was wondering why The Rock is here because The Rock doesn't make music.
Yeah, it was probably Grammys.
And I seen this. He had like this pink, like this bright, hot pink, silky shirt on.
Yeah, but see that's because he's making too much money.
Yeah, because
see when you make too much money, you just let people start just getting in any kind of shit they want to put on you, and like, oh, this is gonna look great. Exactly. That may be tripping. Anyway, before I get off topic, so they had they down to the final four, the one I just watched, right? And Stacy's out here, and she said we're gonna do a little segment called "Diss the Diva." So I got a live mic, and I want each of you to diss every contestant in under, I think it's like 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds, you got to diss every contestant. Man, these women were saying some shit on live TV that I'm sitting up here like, I know this is 2004 and it's TV 14, but bruh, y'all was really wilding. I mean, it sounded so personal calling them out. You gutter sluts and you don't know shit about TV and having a dick in your mouth and everything don't make you a performer. Like, yo, huh? I was not prepared for none of that. Bro, I'm telling you, I just watched it today. I'm about to watch it back. Damn. Like, they was really tripping. Like, it sounded like they had some real beef.
He got cooked.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
They sound like they had some real beef. They're like, oh, you talk all this shit, you don't know shit. Like, okay. Somebody was talking about Shorty's gap. You can run a train through her gap in her teeth. Like I'm telling you, bro, it was like they was going in. I'm like, yo, I know we're not at the point where we're TV PG yet, but yo, this is crazy.
I'm about to post that on TikTok, man. I'm about to post that on TikTok. I'm about to find that, post that, be like, yo, they used to be wilding back in the day. But yeah. A couple weeks ago, I started back my NXT rewatch, my takeover rewatch. Took about a month or so off, so I'm not gonna finish that by the end of the year. I can guarantee it, but I'll try. I watched the Bishop Sycamore doc.
Oh, that was crazy. I gotta load that up.
That was crazy. That is a lesson in narcissism. If I've never seen one before, that's what it is. It was Bishop Sycamore Day the other day too.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then I had to take it back to the streets. State Property. I watched State Property this past week.
Whew.
Beans, Beanie Siegel, basically everybody from Rockefeller. Jay can't act. Dame is hilarious. Beans hilarious. State Property is a classic movie. And then I talked about Payback 2020. Roman Reigns beat the Fiend and Braun Strowman. So I just watched the last two matches. Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy versus the Mysterios. Dominic. Yeah. Dominic got swole in the last 3 years. He really did. And also the main event. Check that out. That's really all I wanted to see. I don't know what else happened on the show, and I don't really care. That was a pandemic. Was a tough time, man.
It was.
They had the Thunderdome by that point, though, at least. So
it wasn't
as bad.
Right.
Yeah, it was all right once you got to the Thunderdome. But we watched Payback 2023 this year, though. That was yesterday, and hosted by John Cena. The GOAT. He is back for the next 2 months because he don't got nothing to do. He's on strike.
About to say, like, writer strike in full effect, man.
Writer strike, actor strike. He don't got nothing to do. So take notes.
It quickly turned from okay, we got this date, you're gonna see him, and then he'll be gone to now he coming to India with us.
Right.
Now he gonna be here for another month.
Extended stay, like crazy.
I ain't mad at it.
I ain't mad at it either. He the GOAT.
Shit. Facts.
So, we start off with another GOAT versus another GOAT. Ooh. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus in a steel cage. First, I'm gonna give my grade A. Might even give it an A+ if I go watch it back. But they got like 20-something minutes, 20 minutes that they weren't getting at SummerSlam. So that decision looks a lot better as time goes on.
Yep.
Maybe it wasn't so crazy. Trish Stratus taking those bumps, and she like 47, 48 years old. Insane. Zoe Stark interferes, and she's not supposed to be there, but she's there anyway. Adam Pearce don't know how to do his job and be an authoritative figure. So people gonna do what they gonna do. That wasn't nothing for the man, though. Becky Lynch overcame the 2-on-1 odds, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Zoe Stark, she a Hall of Famer in my eyes. She in the Vegas Wrestling Hall of Fame. So don't be tripping if I call her a legend and a Hall of Famer, because I'm gonna have to tell y'all why. But overcame the 2-on-1 odds, hit a manhandle slam on Trish from the top of the cage, and Becky Lynch got the win. Yeah. Trish Stratus mad as hell. She irritated. She slaps the shit out of Zoe Stark. You know, we don't play that shit in Vegas, man.
Nah, man.
Zoe Stark hit her with the Z360, took off the thank you Trish shirt, said, fuck you, I'm out of here. What's next for Zoe Stark and Trish? We gonna get a program, or is that it for Trish? You ain't gonna see her no more.
I don't know. Like, when you get that standing O, after a run, like, that's always a signal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they don't need to. Like, I think Zoe being, like, with her this whole time has been doing just that much.
Yeah.
And Zoe's already, like, I've been said that she got the rocket on her as it is. So, all we'd be doing is just putting some extra jet fuel in it. I wouldn't mind seeing it, but we could move Zoe into something else. Like, we could, start seeing. I don't know if this means that she's turning or if she's just staying heel, just doing her own thing. But I mean, she got some people that she could work with.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people that ain't been getting used on that show. Mm-hmm. So we ain't seen Shayna since a week or so. Unless I ain't been, I don't pay attention that much. So have we seen Shayna since the night after SummerSlam?
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
Like, she had that one match where her eye was still jammed up. Mm.
But no, yeah, I mean, Zoe did something with like Candice and Indy a few weeks back. You can definitely insert them into the rotation whenever because they've been gone forever. So
I'm about to say you haven't been using them like that either.
And what's next for Becky? What she got to do?
Oh, she going to NXT.
Oh,
that whole backstage thing with Tiff.
Hold on.
Oh, all right.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, absolutely. What you think of this match though? What grade you get?
Oh yeah, definitely A+. Like when you going out there, you can tell the matches where they want to make a statement. Like, y'all kept us off the show, so
yeah,
this is what you missed. Those is always the best matches. Like you said it already, Trish damn near 50 doing this type of shit in a steel cage when it wasn't but
50 with 2 kids.
Facts. Like, I mean, it wasn't. It's only been about 6-7 years that women have been doing steel cages, Hell in a Cell, ladder matches.
Yeah.
It's like it was not that long ago that we wasn't even doing this. And back in like 03, they had a couple, but
yeah, Trish broke out the Widow's Peak.
Yeah, man.
Victoria for Hall of Fame.
Exactly. And that shot that she took to her forehead,
man,
bruh. I mean, they was going at it. They was letting it all out. So I mean, yeah, those matches is always top notch for me. So I give it A+.
You see that clip of Trish telling dude shut the fuck up in the front row?
I heard something.
And
it was like, yo, what was that?
I'm gonna send it to you. But yeah, shout out to Trish.
Oh shit.
Shout out to Becky. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to everybody involved.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming TJ produced it. So shout out to TJ.
About to say, yeah, we know the deal already.
Yeah. Shout out to them guys. Next up, we get the host of Payback, John Cena, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to John Cena. I wasn't ready for play the Paul Heyman, so excuse me, players fuck up. But anyway, John Cena comes out and he's like, yo, I mean, this is my first time being a host of anything in WWE. This is fun. I can insert myself as a referee for matches if I want to. And so he took the initiative to do just that. He said, I'm going to be the referee for LA Knight versus The Miz. Of course, The Miz came down there and was like, hold on, fam. What you got going on?
Mm-hmm.
I do the hosting around here. That's my job.
Thanks.
Didn't I beat you at WrestleMania? What are you doing here? Basically. No, this match though, I enjoyed the match. It was got a lot more time than I thought. Shout out to The Miz. I put The Miz on a pedestal whenever I possibly can. Mm-hmm. Shout out to this guy. Him and LA Knight had an incredible match. I'm gonna give it an A-, maybe a B+, depending on how I feel tomorrow. This whole feud with LA Knight, I think, has given LA Knight a boost. Shout out to The Miz.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what he do. Came out there with the cosplay on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible.
I think he is undefeated in cosplaying.
Yeah.
At this point, he gotta be, because he did Rock. He did.
They thought he was
Cena.
The Rock for real.
Yeah, no. For like a split second, he would have had me. Like, because them ball caps, they don't do it a lot. Like Kev did it last year, and it was Miz doing. So it don't happen that often. So when they do it, and the way he did it, it was like,
it was perfect.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But no, he really looked like LA Knight though.
Yeah.
Like that was
especially insane. Now that like he been trying to get a little stocky lately. So I mean,
he been getting a little swole the last 3-4 years. So he been getting up.
Mm-hmm.
It might be some of that dad weight too.
Yeah, he got to learn how to fight at some point in time.
Facts.
Right.
A lot of y'all got to learn how to fight.
Man.
Bakazi.
Well, I'm about to say, I'm looking at you right now.
Ludwig Kaiser at this point.
Man. Oh, that's crazy. But he probably can't fight.
Seth Rollins, you safe. I respect Seth Rollins. Man. I respect Montez Ford too. I respect the troops.
I'm about to say, man, Tez probably can't fight.
Yeah, he also probably can fight too.
I'm about to say he
We'll
was
let
a
that slide.
Marine.
Like Jimmy Uso, he can fight. I'm gonna let that slide. He got cousins.
I'm about to say Jimmy been fighting.
Anyway, what grade you giving this match?
I went up to B plus. It was good. Like I wasn't like too much into it. Honestly, I was so focused in it, I kind of forgot for a minute until like the spots where they got involved with that Cena was the ref. Like until they was like getting all in his face. Like
that's how it should be.
Yeah. So I mean, like they was playing that real good. I don't know where we going next because they was teasing a lot of tension with old GOAT
LA and Cena
in LA. Like I might need to see it. I don't know if he's gonna be around for a while.
For the promos alone, I'm gonna need to see it.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see that. Next match, and I don't really got too much to say about this, but for the US title, Rey Mysterio, Austin Theory. Rey Mysterio got the dub here. Match was cool. I didn't care that much about it. No. And there's nothing against like Austin Theory. I don't talk down on Theory like the rest of the internet do. But I mean, I haven't cared about Austin Theory in about a year now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Since Vince stopped booking Austin Theory, I haven't really cared about him. I mean, y'all might as well let him and Grayson just continue to be a unit. Because I think that might be what's best for him. Like, get some of Grayson's heat. That might be it might be what we have to do.
Right. Because yeah, I know I've been saying this for a while. I don't know where we kind of been dropping the ball on this dude. Because I mean, not to go here, but when Vince was still around, he was getting plenty.
Yeah.
And now it's just like we just don't know what direction to take him in. And I mean, he's young, but we don't want to lose all the momentum because like the US title scene wasn't doing it for me for a while, and that's because he wasn't seeing them enough.
Right. So,
and I don't know why you got this on Ray if we're not just gonna.
I mean, I'm just ready for Santos to turn on Ray. That's been inevitable ever since.
Yeah.
Whenever Ray was backstage and Santos like introduced himself to him with the rest of the legato.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since then, I was just like, yo, I don't trust him. I don't.
Hell no.
Because I honestly, I didn't trust him in NXT when he still had the mask on and he turned.
Yeah.
So like he already set the precedent. And I know he wants to be the greatest luchador. He wants to be the next great luchador. The best way to do that is go up against the GOAT.
That's what I'm saying. Like the whole face turn in general never made sense to me like that because I don't think that his best work was inevitable. Face.
Yeah. They already planted the seeds. Go back and watch. When was that? Was it just Friday or was it maybe like a week ago when Grayson Waller had the Grayson Waller effect with Rey Mysterio? They already planted the seeds.
Yeah.
When Grayson Waller was like, "What are you guys, co-champions?" And then Santos was sitting there looking like, "Shit, I'm gonna be the sole champion soon."
Right.
Don't trust that man. What grade you giving this match? I'm gonna give it a B.
I went B, because I mean it's about the same. Like we know Mysterio work virtually anybody, and like if I'd be more invested, like I said, if we were doing more for Theory at this point.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, backstage, we got Kathy Kelly with Becky Lynch. And Tiffany Stratton, NXT Women's Champion, walks up on her and, has a Tiffany epiphany, talks her shit. Basically, gives out a non-apology for, recognizing or not recognizing, rather. I don't know what to say, but she recognized Becky Lynch as a former NXT Women's Champion a few weeks ago. And Becky Lynch was just like, I've never been NXT Women's Champion yet. Got me confused with somebody else. But that yet stuck out to me. So, like we said, Becky might be going to NXT.
Facts.
Tiffany's boots, they're getting a little bit too tight.
Don't get crazy.
Yeah. So let's chill out.
Mhm.
Nah, Becky music gonna hit after the match on Tuesday, and Performance Center gonna go crazy. So
Oh man,
I can't
you
wait
already
for that.
know.
Next up, and this was my match of the night for more reasons than one. For the undisputed tag team championships, a Steel City Street Fight, Judgment Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The Judgment Day consisting of Finn Balor and Damian Priest. And A++ on this one. It was an homage to Pittsburgh. They were in Pittsburgh, and we had terrible towels. We had Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens wearing Penguins jerseys, which could have sworn these two were Canadians fans. Sami Zayn just out here team hopping again.
Hey man,
Twice in 1 year, huh?
Canadians in hockey, they just go all over the place.
Apparently,
you know how that goes.
We get Dominic showing up, and shout out to Dominic. My man was out here like playoff Rondo tonight.
Oh man,
doing all the little things, being a good team player.
He was doing some work, man.
Came out there, it was 3-on-2 right now, and they going crazy with it. Get a swanton bomb in the crowd from Kevin Owens off of the top of the ledge. Reminded me of Jeff Hardy at the Royal Rumble at Madison Square Garden in 2000.
Yeah.
Like the same part of the arena. It's a different arena though, but the same like area, like the balcony-ish type of something like that.
There. It's like where like the spot that Seth hit when he was doing them,
also
it was matches with Evolution. Like they was high up like that.
Shout out to the photographer. He got it was a couple photographers they had. Great shots of that swanton bomb. So shout out to y'all. We got Grand Slam Finn Balor because of Judgment Day. Get the win here. Rhea Ripley shows up. So did the big head hater. He showed up too. And it was a 5-on-2. It was basically 2016 finals.
Yeah.
It's 5-on-2. It was my match of the night. I could argue match of the year because it was great. I was very sports entertained. I haven't reacted to a match like that probably since, honestly, every Judgment Day involved match this year I've reacted similar.
Right.
Just been very sports entertained. Shout out to Sami Zayn taking that L. Well deserved. A++ for me, man. What you give this match?
I give it A+ too. Like it was one of those, like I wasn't expecting to get too much into it, but then we started like turning up a lot. Like I just know Kev and Sammy was watching All In and they was calling each other like watching that Stadium Stampede. Like we gotta build off of this. We gotta do something crazy when we had this match. So a lot of that, like that extra sports entertainment, added, element to it was like they used that to turn this up. And Kev's gotta jump off of some shit. So when he did that, I'm like, okay, yeah, we off there now. Like at this point, whatever happens. And honestly, I was surprised to see Judgment Day win because I'm like, the way they've been teasing that tension and stuff like that. I'm like, I feel like this is gonna be like one of them things that may push somebody over the edge. And it's like they said, nah, fam, we going. The bloodline is the only one around here that's gonna have all of it. You know what I'm saying? That was a smart move. Honestly.
That's why I thought Judgment Day was gonna lose, because like they're gonna do this faction holding all the gold thing again.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, I ain't mad at it.
No.
Don't forget Damian Priest got the money in the bank, so they could eventually get something else.
I was watching close. I was paying attention.
Yeah, I thought so too. But maybe not right now.
Facts.
Not right now. Next up, we got the Grayson Waller effect featuring. I got a question for you, Reed.
Talk to me.
How many royal families does wrestling have?
A wise man once said that wrestling has more than one royal family.
They do. And we saw one of them royal family members, Cody Rhodes, is a guest on the Grayson Waller effect. And And Cody was basically like, we could do the cliche thing, but that ain't my style. So I'm gonna just introduce the newest member of the Raw roster. He can be the guest on the show. And the newest member of the Raw roster is Jey Uso. Crazy. So apparently they're on separate brands. Apparently there are separate brands. Yeah. Cody Rhodes still got some hurt feelings about WrestleMania. So he just looked at Jay, was like, just business, fam. It's all good. Wonder what type of business we talking about here. Give me a second and I'll provide a theory. But Grayson Waller starts talking his shit to Jey Uso. Jey Uso ain't say nothing. Just get his man a super kick right to the jaw. Shout out to Grayson Waller too, hopping on Twitter.
Just the can of the Pepsi.
Got a can of Pepsi, and he said, "This man just assaulted me on my own show. Fire him." And I was just like, I seen the caption. I was like, "Yo, man's is wilding." But then I seen the picture. I looked closer at the picture, and I was like, "Yo, man's is wilding. What's wrong with bro?" Y'all still hate Grayson?
Nope. They find ways to do it, man.
Yeah, they find ways eventually.
That was clever.
It was.
I give him style points for that cleverness, though.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
I was just rocking like Jay came up there with the Rick James, like, nice place, nigga. Knocking his shit over.
Knocked all his shit over, bro. Took the vocals off the track. Took Jimmy vocals off the track.
Yeah, man. It's really over.
Hey, Jimmy got some new heat too, though.
He do.
I've heard like listen, I heard it. I was just like, who the fuck is this? Right. I didn't know. I see Jimmy Uso on the top. I was like, oh, he got his own music now. Okay. And it slapped. It's low-key harder than day one ish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hear it a few more times, but just like, because day one ish ain't as hard no more. It was Jimmy off of it.
Yeah.
Like the remix ain't hitting like the OG. But, so Jimmy Uso might have a better song right now. But I got a theory though, man. And with Cody Rhodes, it kind of seemed like Cody Rhodes was giving Grayson the old, I'll see you around. But why is Cody gonna see Grayson Waller around? Are they on the same show now?
Probably.
Did we just get a trade for Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes?
That's what I think happened.
I think that happened too. I think Jey Uso said, you know what? Fuck the bloodline. I'm gonna hit the bloodline where it hurts. Hey, yo, Adam Pearce. I ain't coming back to SmackDown. You can send me over to Raw though. Adam Pearce. Oh, I can't do that. It has to be an official trade. I know the perfect person, Oos. Cody Rhodes over there. He want to finish the story.
Yeah.
Fuck the bloodline. Adam Pearce said, well, it is official. Looking ass. So, yeah.
There you go.
That's my theory. Cody Rhodes is on the SmackDown roster now. We don't got to worry about him getting that World Heavyweight title. He already told y'all what belt he wanted.
Yeah, like, let's stop acting like we didn't hear him correctly the first time.
Yeah. Like, and it was honestly, business. Like, he said, yo, what? I'll respect you because it's business.
Right. Honestly, up until he said the Raw roster, I'm thinking that he was about to announce that he was moving to SmackDown.
Yeah. I thought so too, but
yeah,
apparently not.
Swerve. It's all right.
Big swerve. That should be interesting. And Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw should be interesting too.
Hell yeah, I'm with that.
You can have him be set.
Maybe. I wouldn't be mad at it.
No, he got some matches he can have over there. He could probably be the one to beat Gunther.
I'm about to say, like, yeah, he technically said no American. I mean,
Jey Uso is from California.
There you go.
He's American as American get.
Right.
Shout out to Big Oos, man. Next up for the Women's World Championship. This was better than I thought it was going to be, man. Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez or as Corey Graves slipped up and called her Raquel Gonzalez. I do sometimes too. Don't worry.
Listen,
Players fuck up.
It was like that for a while.
Yeah,
so.
Players fuck up. B grade for me though. It was good. It got a good amount of time. This is Raquel's best showing since NXT. Like, I don't think she's had a showing this well on the main roster yet.
Yeah.
And she needed a boost, honestly. Because I was going to not care about Raquel for a minute. I haven't cared since her and Dakota broke off in NXT. I haven't really cared. So she needs this boost. Y'all can run this match back at Fastlane, and I wouldn't be mad at it. Dominic showed up. Like I said, playoff Rondo. Showed back up again and asserted himself.
The man was working.
This is a good match, man. What grade are you giving this?
Honestly, I'll probably go like C. Like, okay. I feel like there was like a lot they could build off of there. It didn't quite hit the way I thought it was going to. Like it was solid. I won't say like it was bad or nothing like that. It was just like, I don't know. I feel like I was waiting for something that like it didn't quite get to yet.
Yeah.
But like if they run it back, and I'll probably change my mind a little bit. But it was definitely it was good for not just Raquel but Rhea finally like not having somebody that she can just beat down physically, because she's usually bigger than the people that she in the ring with. Now it's like you got somebody on the level that you gotta like really work at to beat. So yeah, I was good with it.
Yeah, shout out to them putting on a fantastic CB match. It was some of the best average match work I've seen in a minute, though. So I ain't even gonna lie. It was good. It was good. Next up, we got Lance Catamaran. Y'all don't know who Lance Catamaran is. That's y'all ain't watch Southpaw Pro Wrestling on the WWE Network.
Oh yeah.
He was a backstage interviewer. He looked strikingly similar to John Cena. But he's back there with the new tag team champions, the Judgment Day. And all the Judgment Day had to say was basically,
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
Say, yo, we unstoppable.
Right.
That's all they had to say. And then
y'all know how it goes. Right. Yeah. I want to hear nothing else.
Facts. And in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, Shinsuke Nakamura challenges a broken down Seth freaking Rollins. Please say the freaking. Gotta say the freaking. Shinsuke got this fire ass comic book anime intro. So A+++ for that. That was dope. The match, it was good. It was what I expected from those two. It was good. The finish was kind of because it was just like, oh damn, it's over already.
Right.
But it wasn't nothing bad. B+ for me on that. Shinsuke's rehab over the last 3 weeks. It's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
I tell you, that first vignette after they made the match and he started talking about like what he said to Seth. I'm like, this Shinsuke could win the belt, to be honest. Cause
ruthless. He said, "Yo, when you hug your wife, he's in pain. When he picks up his kid, he's in pain." Ooh, you talking that shit?
Yeah, man. Like he took it all the way there, and like people that they talked about it during the match. Like, this is Shinsuke that people have seen in Japan and things like that. That was famous in the pro wrestling business. Yeah. So I'm like, if we're gonna tap into that, I mean, why not let him just go ahead and do it? Like, if Seth really does need to take some time to start, getting his body back together, then I mean, that's an easy out. You already wrote the story. But of course, I'm still watching for Priest. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be one of them things where Seth wins out the blue or pulls it out, and that, like I said, the finish, I wasn't expecting. Like when the actual finish came, I'm like, okay, that's going to be another kick out, and then it wasn't. I'm like, okay, and I was still looking around the corner because they done made a point in the last couple of years about pump faking when you seeing them little things on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah,
So
man.
like I just had all my senses up.
And I thought
But,
that's what they was about to do, because like they
mhm,
got Seth in the ring and he kind of like flustered a little bit.
right,
And I seen Shinsuke outside the ring, like behind him. So I'm
exactly.
like, I didn't look up. I did not look away from my TV. I'm
Me
like,
either.
hold up.
I'm
What's
like
Shinsuke about to do? And then they
I
started
was laser
zooming in on
focused.
Seth's face a little bit, like getting
Right.
closer. Like the camera started getting tighter, so you couldn't
Yeah.
see the background. So I'm like,
Right.
yo, Shinsuke about to attack Mans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was
And
laser focused
they went straight to the video package. I was like, oh dang, that's tough.
yeah, man. But then after apparently it went off the air, Shinsuke did run up on Seth again
Oh damn.
and beat him down in the entrance. You didn't hear that?
Nah.
Yeah, no. Shinsuke went up as he's walking back up the entrance ramp and started beating his ass down.
Crazy.
That only the live crowd saw. So if they do something on Monday with Damian,
I bet the live crowd thought they
there
was
you
about to
go.
get a cash in.
Right.
But they don't
That
tell
would've
you
been
when the
crazy.
show over with on TV.
Yeah.
I
that
mean,
would've
like
really
they don't
been
tell
crazy.
you when the show from TV is over in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you them people thought they was about to get a cash in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, most definitely. But nah, man, I was kind of surprised that they didn't put Shinsuke over, but I mean, look, it still was a good match. I'll give it an A minus. Like
Yeah.
I two of them together, you can't do no wrong. But yeah, man, I think like Monday, tomorrow night, like we might, especially after that off cam, all that mess going on, we might see something more Monday.
Yeah. So it's the last Monday before Monday Night Football.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know if you want to save the cash in for like Monday Night Football or
Maybe.
what. Y'all did that a couple years ago with Big E. So
How smart.
it was. So shout out to football. Football's back.
Mm-hmm.
College football back. NFL back next week.
Yes, sir.
How your team's looking, man?
Oh man, this is the craziest shit. Like, I'm more hyped for what the Jets are gonna do this season than Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because Ohio State
Losing to
had
Michigan did that much to you, huh?
No, it wasn't. It's how they look now. Like, I've never felt like watching Ohio State was a chore until yesterday. Like, y'all was struggling. Y'all was struggling with Illinois. Like, they won. I think it was like 23-3, but that 20 points didn't come until like
What Marvin do?
late in the second half. Nothing
Against Illinois? What?
There was a score where it was like, I think in the second half, it was a long pass, but then they said he stepped out on the way in. But that was the only thing he would have had all day. Like, I don't see the explosiveness.
They were watching film on that boy all summer.
They had to be. And I'm like, I don't know this quarterback. I don't know what he about. So apparently he played with him in high school with Marvin. But okay. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, he'll
be all right.
The defense still look all right, but oh yeah, y'all got Prime coming next week.
Yeah. No, we going to Prime.
Oh yeah. Oof.
They was looking cool, but they was facing TCU. I wasn't impressed.
I'm probably gonna be watching them more than my squad, honestly.
Hey, listen, my UNLV won this week. I graduated from there. 44-14 too. They whooped on some school I ain't never heard of.
Sheesh. Yeah, no, I'm just.
Yeah, they my team as long as Nebraska ass. I'm repping them.
Yeah. I'm actually for once hyped to watch just this year.
I seen y'all Hard Knocks.
Man,
y'all had met the man up there. Everything.
I'm telling you, like, I don't never come out and like show actual joy for this time of the year, but they got me.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. I'm halfway serious on it. I'm partly genuine.
We gonna see.
But y'all got Bills first game?
Yeah.
We got the Eagles.
That's gonna be something. That's gonna be a test.
I can't wait to bet against y'all this year.
We got the Monday night game too.
Oh, y'all on Monday night? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cowboys, Giants, first game, like every year. Can't wait for that.
Facts.
I'm betting on interceptions all year. I racked up money last year betting on interceptions and first touchdown
Oh my
scores.
God.
So I'm excited to bet. I bet against Nebraska the other day.
That's cold.
It was on live bet too.
Mm-mm-mm.
Bet them on a live bet, bro.
Ain't right for that.
Listen, I watch the team every week since I was 15 years old. And periodically before that. But like specifically when I was 15, I was like Callahan last year. We was kind of ass. I know what to expect from this team. When we was leading Minnesota on Thursday, I was like, man, I wonder what them bets looking like. Took Minnesota like plus 190 on a live bet. Easy money.
Hey.
Enough football talk, man. We're going to plug our socials and get out of here. All Out just started, so let's go ahead and watch some All Out, man. Plug your socials, Reed.
Yes, sir. Y'all can find me at RickHavoc24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, the Havoc Hour where I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms where you find Young Kings Wrestling, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, video versions up on YouTube. It's still, defunct as of now, but I'm in the lab, so we're gonna see what we can do with that coming up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of sports. So
yeah, man.
We'll see.
Yeah, and I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. You can follow me at tc.fontaine on Instagram. FOY.flicks is my photography page. Guess what? I finally made a website for my photography. And I know I've been lying about making a website for Young Kings Wrestling for like 2 years. I said I was going to do it last year, didn't do it. I said I was going to do it this year, have not done it yet. It's a little tedious, bro. What am I going to make a website for? Honestly, what's the point of us making a website at this point?
I don't know. I mean, we got something for merch. That's the main thing.
I think a link tree should suffice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When somebody start paying us, we can set up a website.
Yeah, absolutely. But also shout out to the JDF Memorial Sovereign Soundboard. Summer's over. It's Labor Day, so vacation was cut short. If we had a regular episode last week, then it wouldn't have been him. It still would have been summer. And it was still summer last week. Had some soundboard tidbits in there throughout the episode. So yeah, big shout out to them, man. And go check out my photography though. I'm taking it serious for once. Cause I saw the dude who took photos at All In last week and got jealous. I was like, yo, these is hard. I was like, I was Cam Newton versus Giants. So I was like, I bet.
Got you.
So check that out. And check us out, man. Check out the merch. Like I said, the new Wolf collection, Black Lives Matter tees available. We keep them in a fun, and I see something that I need to donate money to. I donate money from the Young Kings Wrestling Fund at this point. Because I feel like telling people we donated to Black Lives Matter causes was doing a little bit of damage. Because they thought we was donating directly to Black Lives Matter.
Well, we done told people all the time we don't rock with them.
Not the organization. We fuck with the cause, obviously. Yeah, facts. I don't spend the money on nothing but GoFundMe's. I might be, I might see a young brother at Walmart selling candy, and I, pay my money and take it out the fund.
There you go.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Transparency. We be transparent about it.
Always.
I don't have receipts, unfortunately.
Oh,
I'll start saving them though. Just if y'all want to make sure y'all money going to the right spot. I'll start saving them. But for now, I'm gonna just say my word. So we'll do that. But we're gonna start keeping receipts.
Thanks.
If somebody pull up on us, be like, yo, donate nothing. Like, first of all, why are you questioning me? You talking like that first? Talking in the accent.
Man, look.
Sound
I don't know shit.
Nah. Well, let's close this out, man. I do want to thank y'all for listening. I know we went over time here. Long ass episode. We're gonna keep it short next week. It was just a lot to talk about. Yeah, shout out to Phil.
Yeah.
Because if Phil didn't get fired, this episode would have been like 30 minutes short. So,
Yeah.
with that being said, I'm gonna go watch All Out because might be some history being made. Dennis Rodman is on All Out. Did you see that?
I know he was on Collision yesterday.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was gonna be on the show.
Yeah, he's gonna
tonight.
be on All Out. He's in the corner of the Acclaimed versus Jeff Jarrett.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. Until next time, no. Listen, I'm gonna just let Trey. I'm just let Trey tell y'all.
Said I'll be back to hold you down. I don't wanna leave.
But we gotta go right now. We'll be back next week with another one.
Another one.
Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. We out of here. Gone.
Gone.